Next case on the court's docket is cause number 327-904. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Derek Thomas, or Derek Demond, or Derek D. Thomas. Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Your full name is Derek D. Thomas or Derek Demond Thomas? Okay, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Thomas, last time that you were here, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. Have you hired that attorney?
Sir, I had just got a job yesterday. I just started work.
Okay. How much time do you need to hire your attorney?
Same time you gave the last time.
Okay, give him 60 days. Yes. Okay, this case is going to be reset to December 16th to give you an opportunity to hire your attorney. Our court coordinator is going to give you a copy of the reset. Once you get a copy of that reset, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next case is cause number 330612. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Jeffrey Nathan Ostos. Mr. Ostos is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Ostos. Okay.
Yes,
How are you doing, Mr. Ostos?
I'm doing good. How about you, Judge?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Ostos, let's see, the last time your case was reset on in August to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
I'm on that, Judge. It's because I've been calling, but right now I'm in Washington State. So they told me that some of them tell me that I need to show up in person so we can talk about my case and all that.
Okay, I think the last time your case was reset, I have a note here. The case was reset for you to hire an attorney. So my question to you
Yes,
again,
sir.
is, have you hired your attorney?
No, I have not,
Okay, why haven't you hired your attorney?
because I hadn't been working at the time, and I
Okay,
wanted to get an appointed one, but I think I couldn't.
oh, did I say that again? You said you wanted to get an appointed attorney, but you,
Yeah, I did the paperwork and everything with you guys, and I guess you guys said no.
well, at that time that you did the paperwork, apparently you did not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Now, have your financial situations changed since then?
Yes, they have. I
Okay,
hadn't been working for like 3 months, 4 months.
okay, well, what you're gonna need to do, you're gonna appear in person to fill out a financial affidavit so that the court can make a determination as to whether or not you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. So your case is going to be reset so that we can give you an opportunity to fill out that paperwork. You have to do that here in person,
Okay, Judge.
okay? Give us a reset date. Okay, this case is gonna be reset for December the 9th. You need to be here in person. Your reset will be sent to your bondsman. Make a note, and stay in contact with your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You said we need to, next person is Amber Croft. Please, you gotta contact Amber Croft.
And you erase the two that outside, crop.
Okay, court is, County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Next case is cause number 330248. Case is styled Mr. Packard. This is cause number 330248. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Amber Danae Croft. We have Ms. Croft appearing via telephone. Ms. Croft, can you hear me? How are you doing, Ms. Croft? How are you doing, Ms. Croft?
I've been better.
Okay, now, Ms. Croft, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
Not yet. He did tell me the other day that he was gonna make me just give him $1,000 to get started on my case. So I was wondering if I could have a little more time to get that together.
Okay, how much time do you need?
Could I do 60 days?
Okay, we're gonna reset our case for 60 days. Now, Ms. Croft, your case is gonna be reset for 60 days. We'll give you an opportunity to hire your attorney. What's that date? This case is reset to December 16th. Stay in contact with your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Cross is on probation on this court.
She, Amber Croft,
Yes, it does not appear in the docket.
she's on announcement.
And she is the
Court is in session in 3 cases. Cause number 327-860, cause number 331-351, and cause number 333-021. All 3 cases established state of Texas versus David Alexander Oseguera Brajas. Mr. Oseguera Brajas, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Oseguera Brajas, you represented, I see in 2 of your cases by Attorney Mel Shalander.
I read them all of them, Judge.
Yeah, don't have a letter rep, I guess, on the 3rd case.
Which one is that?
It's a DWI enhanced.
The new one, not the MTRP?
You have the MTRP and an assault family violence,
Okay, well,
and then he has a DWI enhanced.
I thought I had, said something.
Yeah, I checked yesterday, I didn't see.
Okay, well, I will, but I am representing him.
Okay, now, now on the motion to revoke probation, what is the announcement on that?
Yeah, we've reached an agreement on all of these cases to be a plea. He's gonna have to do some sizable time in jail. I'm asking the court if we could reset this for me to explain everything to him.
Okay,
And if we're gonna make arrangements to do his time in jail. I'm asking the court if we can do this after Christmas.
you just need to reset it in January,
Late
reset.
December, January, whatever your court has available. Just not-
Okay, give us a January reset. State, you have any objections?
I have no objections. There you go.
January the 6th.
Yeah.
January 6th?
Good.
Okay, that'd be January 6th of 2023. Mr. Oseguera Brajas, your attorney is gonna sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Now, you're gonna have to sign for the 3rd reset because because until, he's gonna file a letter of representation on that, but you're just gonna sign for the 3rd reset, okay? So y'all gonna, you're gonna stand on the X by the court coordinator. Once you sign for the reset, Mr. Sherlander, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day, and once you get your reset and sign, Mr. Osagara Rojas, you'll be free to go as well. Yeah, bless it. Just stand on the forex. Next case is cause number 331314, case of style of state of Texas versus Geraldo Garza. We have
Yes, sir,
Mr.
Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Here via Zoom. Mr. Garza, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Garza. You're here represented by your attorney, Mr. James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Padgett. What is your announcement in Mr. Garza's case?
Your Honor, we've received all the discovery. We've also received an offer just yesterday from Mr. Johnson. I would ask that this case be placed on your pretrial conference docket. I'm going to contact my client and we're going to go over a few other issues and then I'll be in contact with Mr. Johnson.
Okay, so we need could you give us a reset date on the pretrial conference docket for Mr. Geraldo Garza? Yes.
November 28th.
Okay, this case is gonna be reset to November 28th of 2022, Mr. Garza. Mr. Garza, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. Once you get a copy of your reset, you'll be free to go. Well,
Your Honor,
you'll be
Your Honor,
free.
if I may,
Yes,
Your Honor, is there an alternative date either before or right after the 28th? I
okay,
have an issue on the 28th. I mean, I can even do it
Okay.
before if
okay,
necessary.
hold on a minute.
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize.
Okay, what about December 5th?
That's perfect, Your Honor. And I apologize for that conflict.
Okay, now, Mr. Garza, your case
Yes.
reset to December 5th. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. Your attorney, your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right.
And
And thank you, Your Honor. That's
Okay,
my only
Mr.
case today.
okay, that's your only case today. Okay, so Mr. Padgett, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Have a great weekend, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Same to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Quibido, in cause number 324425, I have before me a motion to revoke your probation that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This motion alleges that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, was tried on November 9th of 2021 for the offense of resisting arrest, search, transportation, and you were found guilty and punishment was assessed for a term of 90 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail and a fine up to, and a fine of $750. The confinement was probated for a period of 1 year. In this motion, there are 6 allegations. First allegation alleges that you, Courtney Quibido, failed to pay court assessed fees as ordered by the court. As of August 9th of 2022, you were $304 in arrears in violation of condition 8 of your probation order. Allegation number 2 alleges that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, failed to abstain from the use or possession of any drugs except those taken or possessed under doctor's orders as ordered by the court, and that on or about March 8th of 2022, April 5th, 2022, July 12th, 2022, Courtney Kareem Quibido, provided a urine sample for a scientific analysis that showed the presence of the metabolic byproducts of tetrahydrocannabinol, commonly referred to as marijuana, in violation of condition 12 of your probation order. Allegation number 3 alleges that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, failed to abstain from the use or possession of any drugs except those taken or possessed under doctor's orders as ordered by the court, in that on or about August 9th of 2022, you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, provided a urine sample for a scientific analysis that showed the presence of the metabolic byproducts of tetrahydrocannabinol, commonly referred to as marijuana, benzodiazepines, and methadone in violation of condition 12 of your probation order. Allegation number 4 alleges that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, failed to never become intoxicated or be under the influence of any intoxicating substance on or about March 8th of 2022, April 5th of 2022, July 12th of 2022 in Orange County, that said that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, did then and there become intoxicated under the influence of an intoxicating substance in violation of condition 13 of your probation order. Allegation number 5 alleges that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, failed to abstain from the use or possession of any drugs except those taken or possessed under doctor's orders as ordered by the court, and in that on or about August 9th of 2022, that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, provided a urine sample for a scientific analysis that showed the presence of the metabolic byproducts of tetrahydrocannabinol, commonly referred to as marijuana, benzodiazepines, and methadone in violation of condition 13 of the defendant's probation order. And allegation number 6 alleges that you, Courtney Kareem Quibido, has failed to pay drug screening fees as ordered by Orange County probation order, which is now delinquent $60 in violation of the special amendment dated March 29th of 2022 of your probation order. Now, Ms. Quibido, if the court finds that you violated one of these allegations, your probation can be revoked. And if your probation is revoked, you can be sentenced up to 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that? And Ms. Quibido, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have options to hire an attorney. Now, under the judge's explanation that has just been provided to you, I will go over that, which it says, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options regarding your right to hire an attorney or to obtain an attorney. Number 1, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option? Number 2, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option? Sure. And number 3, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option? Okay. If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. Now, at the bottom of this document, in bold letters, it states defendant's choice. Mark initial next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney, then you will place your initials on the first line to the left. If you have already hired an attorney, then you will place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for a court-appointed attorney, then you will place your initials on the third line to the left. If you have already been appointed a court-appointed attorney in this case, then you place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to waive my right to an attorney and represent myself, then you will place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Once you have finished initialing one of the 5 lines, then you will sign your name on the line that is titled defendant, and you will date it today's date, October 21st of 2022. Ms. Quibido, do you understand what we just went over?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if you would like to, you can make a choice right now. Just hold on a minute. Take it back. She's what is she? Okay, now Ms. Quibido, our court bailiff will give you a affidavit of indigence that you can fill out with the clipboard. Just have a seat back in the gallery with that information. Take your time to read it and fill it out. And once you finish, we'll call you back up. And if you need some help, we have court personnel to help you. Next case is called number 310536. Case is South State of Texas versus Satali Avila. Okay. Okay, court is in session in 2 cases, files number 310536 and cause number 310762. Both cases are styled as State of Texas versus Satali Avila. Ms. Avila, is that your full name? Ms. Avila, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Avila, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Ms. Avila, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Avila? That's good, Ms. Avila. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Jack Lawrence. Attorney Lawrence, how are you doing?
Just fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Lawrence, do you waive a record in Ms. Avila's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Avila, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This information alleges that on or about November 13th of 2015, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed a Class B misdemeanor offense of failure to identify a fictitious name. Ms. Avila, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Ms. Avila, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Avila, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials CA that are on a line next to a box that's titled Nola Contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, Ms. Avila, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature? It is?
Yes.
Okay. On the next document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on this document? And at the top of the same document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that? Discovery. And I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Now, Ms. Avila, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything that he went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Avila, are you a citizen of the United States? You're not? Okay. Okay. Ms. Avila, what country are you from? Mexico? Okay. So, Ms. Avila, I have a document here that is titled for all foreign nationals except those from mandatory notification countries. Mexico is not one of the mandatory notification countries. Your attorney is going to go over the top portion of this form with you, and it has to be completed. And so what I'll do is give you some time, and for your attorney, y'all could go in the conference room so you can go over this document with her. And the court will be in recess on this case until.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. I'll see. Mr. Livingston. Next case is called number 332008. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Jordan Michael Livingston. Mr. Livingston, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir.
Okay, Mr. Livingston, you're represented by your attorney Langston Adams, who is appearing via Zoom.
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Mr. Adams, how are you doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Livingston's case?
Hey, I have discovery. I also got a plea offer from Mr. Lamar. So Mr. Livingston, I just asked one reset will come to my office Tuesday so I can show him all this discovery. I think we better move it.
Okay, give us a reset on Jordan Livingston, page 2 of the announcement docket at the bottom.
Is that Mr. Adams' question? Okay, we'll do December 9th.
Okay, this case will be reset to December 9th. Mr. Livingston, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of the reset. You're gonna get a copy of your reset here in court. Please stand on the X in front of our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay, thank you.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, now, Mr. Adams, is this your only case?
That's it.
Okay, Mr. Adams, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too.
All right, thank you. Okay, next case. We have Ricky Turner, cause number 322493. Okay, now, Mr. Turner is represented in his case by attorney Charles Rojas. Attorney Rojas is present on Zoom. And we have a probation officer that's also present. Would you please come forward? Okay, would you please state your full name?
Justin Patrick Riley.
Justin Riley.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Riley, would you please raise your hand? Mr. Riley, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Riley, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Turner was found guilty by a jury in this case, and he was required to go to the probation office to be interviewed for a PSI, a pre-sentence investigation report. And it's been brought to the court's attention that Mr. Turner has not appeared to be interviewed for that case. Is that correct, Mr. Riley? Mr. Rojas, have you been able to get in contact with your client regarding this matter?
Once he was told after the trial to go to probation. I think he missed that initial appointment. He called and we were able to schedule a new appointment for him. And I guess that's the one he missed. Once I was informed that he missed that second appointment, we tried to contact him. The numbers we have are no longer working. I was able to talk with the bondsman yesterday, and they also did not have any luck trying to contact him. They were looking for him yesterday, Judge. That's all I know.
Okay. So let's see. Mr. Turner was scheduled to be in court at 9 a.m. For the show cause hearing. At or about 9 a.m., the bailiff called the name of Ricky Turner at the courthouse door. Ricky Turner did not answer. Ricky Turner has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The bailiff called Ricky Turner's name again about 2 minutes ago. The time now is 10:35 a.m. on today's date of October 21st of 2022. Mr. Ricky Turner has been given an opportunity to appear in court for this hearing. He has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. Let's say move the bond forward.
Okay, that motion will be granted. Ricky Turner's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest. And Mr. Riley, thank you for your information. You're excused and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. Rojas, you are also excused and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
All right, you're welcome. Court is back in session in cause number 310536, case of style of State of Texas versus Satali Avila. Ms. Avila was previously sworn in. Ms. Avila entered a plea of no contest to the Class B misdemeanor offense of failure to identify a fictitious name. Ms. Avila acknowledged that her signature was on State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Her signature and initials was on it. She acknowledged that her signatures and initials was on State's Exhibit Number 1. She also acknowledged that her signature was on the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, and she also acknowledged that her signature was on the discovery certification. And Mr. Lawrence has waived the record in Ms. Avila's case. Ms. Avila acknowledged that she is not a citizen of the United States. She stated that she's a citizen of Mexico. And I have before me a document that is titled for all foreign nationals except those from mandatory notification countries. And it reads, as a non-US citizen who is being arrested or detained, you may request that we notify your country's consul's office here in the United States of your situation. You may also communicate with your consular officers. A consular officer may be able to help you obtain legal representation and may contact your family and visit you in detention, among other things. If you want us to notify your consular officers, you can request this notification now or at any time in the future. Do you want us to notify your consular officers at this time? Okay, and you have circled no on this document, is that correct? Indicating that you do not want us to contact your consular officers. Now, Ms. Avila, is this your signature on this document? And prior to signing this document and circling, making your choice, did your attorney go over this document with you? And did you understand everything in this document? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Now, Ms. Avila, on State's Exhibit Number 1, where you acknowledge your signatures and initials was on, there's a paragraph at the bottom of page 1 of this document. It is titled Citizenship. And it states, if you are not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty or no contingent may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that? And do you still want to go forward on your plea? Okay, now, Mr. Lawrence, pursuant to Padilla versus Kentucky, did you explain to your client the consequences of entering a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge as it relates to the possibilities of her being either deported, denied naturalization under federal law, or being excluded from admission to this country?
We discussed it as it was stated in the form.
Okay. So did she understand, did she state that she understood what you explained to her?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
She has lived here most of her life.
Okay. Now, is everything in these documents that that you signed an initial, true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay. Now, state, I have before me state's exhibit number 1 and state's exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit that is in the court's file. State, you like to offer states 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer state one, state two.
Any objections, Mr. Lawrence?
No objections, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. States exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. And Mr. Lawrence, you have advised and counseled Ms. Avila. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
There is no such evidence, Your Honor. She's very competent.
And Ms. Avila, your attorney, Mr. Lawrence, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Ms. Avila, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. And before we go any further, Ms. Avila, I need to have you and your attorney initial by this paragraph stating the paragraph that talks about citizenship, the paragraph that I read to you and you stated that you understand. Please initial next to that paragraph acknowledging that it was read and that you understood.
Yes, Your Honor. Just your admission.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now, Ms. Avila, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for the defendant's plea of no contest in this case, the state is recommending that the court defer adjudicating guilt at this time and place the defendant on community supervision for a period of 1 year, Your Honor. Require the defendant to pay a $500 fine, to complete 60 hours of community service, and to complete a theft class, Your Honor. And in connection with this plea agreement, Your Honor, the state will be moving to dismiss companion case number 310762.
Okay. Ms. Avila, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During this 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $357, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $857. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a year analysis fee of $15 each month. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Now, Ms. Avila, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $180 a month. Ms. Avila, will you be able to pay the $180 a month?
I need to mention something, Your Honor. She is raising 3 children pretty much by herself. I didn't go into whether she might be indigent.
Okay, now, Ms. Avila, will you be able to pay the $180 a month?
Yes.
You sure? Okay. Now, Ms. Avila, you will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. You will attend and complete a theft class. You will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation, and cause number 310762 will be dismissed. Ms. Avila, do you understand the state's offer? And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Okay, Ms. Avila, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state, Mr. Vila, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not appear on your record as a conviction, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. Your attorney, Mr. Lawrence, is quite competent on those matters, and he can explain the non-disclosure to you. Mr. Vila, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney. You're gonna follow the directions of our court clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, and you'll be free to go as well once you sign, Mr. Lawrence.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Lawrence. Court is back in session at cause number 3244425. Case is filed, State of Texas versus Courtney Corinne Quibido. Ms. Quibido, would you please come forward? Ms. Quibido, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Quibido, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, you may put your hand down. Ms. Quibido, I have before me two documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
I can't see that.
You can,
Oh, yes,
okay, is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
yes, Your Honor.
And are these your initials on the line stating you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney? I also have another document here. This document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document? And on page 2 of this, page 2 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defender Signature. Do you recognize that signature? Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Quibido, before you signed and initialed these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did you read the documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, Your Honor.
to the best you know? Okay, Ms. Quibido, I've read your answers in these documents. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in your case is Attorney Don Boudreaux. Our court coordinator will give you information on how to contact Attorney Boudreaux, and Attorney Boudreaux will be given information on how to contact you. Once you get that information from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. You know, stand on the 4X.